radio today is so much different, and I don't know, it's so corporate America. We decided to go this route and do what we wanted to, the way we wanted to. And
David, can I say it?
You certainly may. You certainly may.
Radio sucks today. Radio is just god-awful today. It truly is.
Let's make the distinction, shall we? What I think you're talking about is mainstream FM channels.
Exactly what I'm
terrestrial
talking about.
Radio,
mainstream
right?
terrestrial
Exactly.
radio. The consultants have come marching in. You've got a playlist of 250 songs, and it's just the same damn thing over and over again. And,
bottom line, who can lure the most listeners by playing the same music more often?
Yeah, David and I, we were trying to get together. We've been trying to get together on a concept, on an idea for years. What do we want to do? Let's do something, but we didn't want it to be something that somebody else was doing. And my friend here came up with a very good idea of doing a indie music-based awards show. After kicking it around for a while, it's like, well, what the hell? Let's try it. And
there's so many award shows as it is that this was kind of a tongue-in-cheek slam at that. Hey, there's so many award shows, we'll just make every show an award show. But the thing we wanted to do was be able to talk with the artists. That was the little bit different thing that we did, is we not only play the music, we'll talk with the artists. You get to play a lot more music because you can play whole albums and everything, but we take the other route and talk with the artists. And before I forget, I want to reaffirm something that I had mentioned to you on your chat room, although I must admit I can talk faster than I can type. And you had me go and try to keep up with the conversation. But I wanted to be sure that you know that any of your artists that you want to recommend, or if they want to, they're looking to spread their wings and appear on other shows, have them send me a song and a short bio. That's all it is. My email is easy to remember, David@TheDavidBowers.com. And we'll be glad to listen to their music, get it on the show, and maybe get them on the show as guests as well. John Bon Jovi is waving frantically from the other side of the aisle there. John?
Well, I wanted to bounce back to Chris Rudiger for a second, and I want to find out if you even know about his influences. Are his parents musicians?
That I actually did get a chance to meet his mom, and no, she's not a musician at all. And in talking with Chris, it was something that he didn't actually, start like a lot in, as a 5-year-old playing guitar or whatever. He started a little bit later, more closer into his teens, but picked right up on it, and is really starting to, I think he's fleshing out into something to watch.
Well, he's got the gene in him then, because I have to agree with one of David's earlier statements. In listening to his music, I would have never guessed he was 18 years old. He's playing and singing and producing and performing like he's somebody in his early 30s. And
he's got a feel. Yeah, he's got the feel.
Well, and he expounds on that live, because when you go and you see him, the way he goes through his songs and his repertoire and the way he connects with the audience is in such a higher professional level than somebody you would expect to have at that age.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now, Gerg, before we run out of time here, I want you to be sure and tell everybody how they can find your show, when it's on, and how to get to listen to you.
Oh, sure. So the station streams 24/7. So we have over 1,000 artists in our library, and that's always growing. As you know, you're always getting music sent in. And so anybody can hit the website, www.indiesceneradio.com. That's INDIE. It's not indie music. Indie is just short for independent music, and we play all genres, lots of genres, everything from jazz to Americana, singer-songwriter, rock, heavy metal, pop, a little bit of EDM, R&B. We play there really isn't much that I won't play if it's really, really produced well and very listenable. And so I do shows every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. That's 4 to 6 on the West Coast. And I introduce new artists show. And so in those 2 hours, people can tune in and they'll hear me live talking about the artists. I go through their bio. I do all kinds of stuff. And then afterwards, the stream just keeps going. So I'll go in and switch playlists every other day. So there's a real mix of music, and I'm constantly building new playlists. We've got about a dozen right now, and each one runs about 5 hours. So those songs each get about 5 or 6 plays every day. And we do all that, and how we operate is through reciprocity. We promise to play and promote an artist's music, both on our station and in social media, and in turn, they promise to promote the station by, telling everybody, hey, man, we're in rotation on the station. Go listen.
Exactly. Fantastic. Gerg, I thank you so much for coming by and spending some time with us today, sharing your information and letting everybody know about your show. And before we let you go, last thing here, you've brought us another exciting act. I'm glad you brought these tunes with you. I asked you to bring some, and you come up with a couple of great ones, and people are going to love this one, this next group. Tell us about Leaving Eden.
Yes. Leaving Eden has been kind of a long-time standing band in the Boston area, at least 10 years, I think, maybe 10 or 11 years. And they've been going through changes and, how it all goes. People want to play, but different things, and, you try to find the right mix, and I think they've finally got it. And they are just about to release a brand new album that they worked together with Johnny Kaye, who was a multi-Grammy award-winning producer who produced Stained and a bunch of other really, really big-time bands. And so they're coming out with their album on August 4th, and I'm about to do a world-exclusive first-time listen to the album on my show from 7 to 9 on August 3rd. I'll be so they are just... What they call themselves is extreme rock. You'll hear what I'm talking about. They really are. It's not hard rock, but it rocks hard. It's not heavy metal rock. It's not heavy metal rock, but it's heavy rock. Right. And they've got a lead singer, Eve, who is just outstanding. If you have not ever seen them, I suggest you do, because they really are an entertaining band, and I think this album is really going to set them apart from a lot of people, and they're about ready to go on tour with Tantric, and so things are really expanding out for them, and that's why I wanted to turn you on to them. There's a little bit of extreme. You have a singer-songwriter.
We're glad you did.
The male vocal, and now you have a female fronted rock band that's on the other end of the spectrum in terms of music.
Great.
Compared to a
great. Thanks, Greg. And be sure and tell them that they're welcome to come over and join us on our show for a guest if they want to promote that album. We'll be happy to work with them on that as well. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Anidem of Indie Scene Radio. You can find them online at indiescene.com. And here's the group, Leaving Eden. It's called Out of the Ashes.
Empty
I don't think anyone could hold her down. The girl does rock, does she not, John Bon Jovial?
That was great. And I love the drum line in that. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Definitely solid rock.
I think it's great that Gerg brought both of these acts to us today. Very nice.
It was, and it's just a sampling because I have listened to his show, and he plays a lot of new music, a lot of artists that you may not have heard of yet, but are very likely to hear from again in the very near future. So it's a good show to catch. He does some great music on there, and we thank him for joining us. We thank both of our guests this week, the lovely and talented Alexa Kriss. There's a line that's overworked. It's true in this case, but there's a line in hosting that's definitely overworked. The very lovely and talented. I mean, how many millions of times have you heard that? But today it's true, folks. She is very lovely, very talented, and you're going to hear more from her, too, Alexa Kriss. And, of course, from Indie Scene Radio, Gerg Anidem. And it's a name you won't forget right away. He's the host of the Gerg Show on Indie Scene Radio. Thank you both for being with us. Thank you, our wonderful listeners, being with us, because without you, there would be no show. John Bon Jovial, take us home.
Hey, I'm on my way. The David Bowers Awards is broadcast around the world through the facilities of the studios at Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and also our studios in the Valley of the Sun, Tempe, Arizona. We are available for free download on Blog Talk Radio, also iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, 365 Internet Radio, Mixcloud, Tumblr, Spreaker, and Evansi, and all the other usual places where you'll find us. Click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page, and be sure to like The David Bowers on Facebook, and also follow us, Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to join us next week for The David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM 106.3, Rochester Free Radio in Rochester, New York, and on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 7 p.m. Greenwich time for more great indie music and talk with the artists who make it happen. So until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick the Geek, Hopalong Sarcassity, and all the other crew of rejects here at the David Bowers Awards, my name is John Bon Jovial. We're very glad that you stopped by to say hello to us today, and we will see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.